News returns with a new episode on a new night, starting this Wednesday at 8/7 Central.
Defending freedom is going to cost. It's going to cost us as well.
Now at 10, President Biden bans Russian oil imports, a move expected to send gas prices soaring even higher. And that's not all that will cost more.
Plus, more than 2 million people escape Ukraine, leaving their lives and loved ones behind as the Russian invasion intensifies.
And it was a murder that shocked the music industry. Now, 25 years later, the case remains unsolved. Or does it? The latest on the murder of an investigation of Notorious B.I.G. now on the news at 10. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. Tonight, the president of Ukraine says his country will fight to the end as U.S. intelligence agencies warn of more intense battles ahead.
And President Biden has banned Russian oil imports, even as the refugee count tops 2 million, half the population of L.A. We have live team coverage on the war and its impact. First to new developments in Ukraine and KTLA's Pedro Rivera. Pedro.
As you guys mentioned, President Joe Biden took steps Tuesday to hit back at Russia, establishing a ban against Russian oil and natural gas imports, something President Zelensky has been requesting for days now. Tonight, as more Ukrainian civilians are caught in the crossfire of war, it's a move the Biden administration hopes can deal another blow to a Russian economy already on a steep decline.
The decision today is not without cost here at home.
Hitting Russia where it hurts. President Joe Biden on Tuesday announced the U.S. is banning Russian oil and natural gas imports in the United States, a decision praised from both sides of the aisle. At the same time, the president is vowing to work with energy producers to try and rein in soaring costs.
I'm going to do everything I can to minimize Putin's price hike here at home.
Meanwhile, in the House of Commons, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky received a standing ovation from the UK Parliament following his address, where he called for continued support and told lawmakers, quote, "We will continue fighting for our land, whatever the cost." The Associated Press reports Russian forces have a strong presence in southern Ukraine along coastal cities, but the invading forces' push into areas like Kyiv have stalled or slowed down. The latest devastation hitting the city of Sumy. A Monday night airstrike killed as many as 21 civilians. Ukraine is accusing Russia of purposely attacking civilian routes used to escape or bring in aid. No. The United Nations reports the number of people looking to flee war-torn Ukraine has now ballooned to more than 2 million and growing. But those staying are fighting back.
How on earth can we not defend our city?
Ukrainian Alexander Noshashenko is a married father of 2 with no military experience, but took up training with arms and unfortunately is now putting it to use to protect his country as a volunteer soldier.
We are here on our land, and they are killing our women, our kids. We will just fight with bare hands if that's necessary.
Ukrainian businessman had his family escape the country while he fights on the front lines, protecting one of the main arteries into the capital city of Kyiv, a road he says he's willing to protect with his life.
Am I afraid to die? Yes and no, because, sooner or later we all die. But it depends of how we die, as free men or as those who run.
At his news conference, President Joe Biden called on Congress to pass a $12 billion Ukrainian assistance package that includes humanitarian and military aid. And I do want to update you guys with this. Media from Ukraine is reporting at this time that their first deputy interior minister says that foreign volunteers will be able to obtain Ukrainian citizenship if they want to. And they're reporting that as many as 20,000 foreign volunteers have joined in the fight against Russia in Ukraine. That's coming in the last few hours, that report. Now stay with us here on KTLA. We'll keep you updated at 11 or as they happen live. Live in our newsroom, Pedro Rivera, KTLA 5 News.
Pedro, thank you. Venezuela has released at least 2 jailed U.S. citizens today in an apparent gesture of goodwill toward the Biden administration.